Hi, I'm Ruth, and you probably know me as the woman who clung to her mother-in-law. But that's not how my story began. Here's the truth. I lost everything and ended up becoming the great-grandmother of a king. Yeah, me, a Moabite widow with nothing. Let me tell you how. I grew up in Moab. It wasn't glamorous, but it was home. The sun hit the clay walls just right in the mornings, and the market smelled like spice and roasted dates. My family wasn't rich, but we were respected. Simple people, steady. I was raised to be strong, to work hard, to honor my gods. But when I met him, Mahlon, something changed. He was different. Kind eyes. A foreigner from Bethlehem, yes, but not arrogant like the others. He and his family, Naomi, Elimelech, and his brother Chilion, they had come here as refugees, fleeing a famine. We took them in. Over time, our families grew close, and one day he asked for my hand. I wasn't supposed to marry a foreigner, but I did, because I loved him, and I believed our story would be blessed. For a while, it was, until it wasn't. First, his father, Elimelech, died, then his brother, and then Mahlon. 3 graves, 3 widows. No sons, no heirs, no future. Naomi, we used to call her Pleasant One, but now she was hollow. She said God had turned against her, that she came to Moab full, and now she was going home empty. She told me and Orpah, her other daughter-in-law, to stay, to go back to our families, to start over. Orpah cried and kissed her goodbye, but I couldn't. I couldn't leave Naomi. She wasn't just my mother-in-law, she was my second mother, the one who taught me to grind barley with patience, the one who whispered stories of her God around the firelight, the one who gave me her son. How could I walk away? I grabbed her hand, tears on both our cheeks. I said, "Don't urge me to leave you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." It wasn't just a vow, it was a death to my old life, to Moab, to safety, to everything familiar. We walked back to Bethlehem on dusty roads, 2 widows, with nothing but grief and a dangerous hope. When we entered the city, the women whispered, "Is that Naomi?" She looked away. "Don't call me Naomi," she said. "Call me Mara, bitter." I stayed silent, but inside I was praying. God of Naomi, if you're real, don't let this be the end of our story. Harvest season came, and we had no food, so I went to glean in the fields, picking up leftover grain behind the reapers. That's when I met him. Boaz, a landowner, but not like the others. He didn't look through me, he saw me. He asked the workers, "Who is that woman?" And when he found out I was the Moabite girl who came back with Naomi, he welcomed me, protected me, honored me. It was more than kindness, it was redemption beginning to bloom. Naomi noticed, and she smiled again, for the first time in months. She made a plan, a bold one. "You'll go to him," she said, "and lay at his feet after the harvest feast. He'll know what to do." It wasn't about seduction, it was a cultural symbol, asking him to be our kinsman redeemer. That night, my hands shook, my heart raced, but I did it. I uncovered his feet, and in the stillness I whispered, "Spread your garment over me, for you are a redeemer." And he said yes. Boaz married me. He redeemed Naomi's family. He gave me a son, Obed, who would become the grandfather of David. And me, a Moabite widow, became part of the lineage of the Messiah. That's the thing about God. He writes his greatest stories through the most unexpected people. So if you feel broken, forgotten, disqualified, remember me. You're never too far to be chosen. You're never too small to be part of something eternal. maybe you're here for such a time as this. Tell me, what would you have done if you were me? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. And if this moved you, subscribe, because more stories like this are waiting to be told.